1. It's summer and the off-season in eSports CS. While teams and PRO players are resting and gaining strength, reflecting on the past epic battles, it's time to pump up your skills. And how can we not think of the great and legendary Sasha Simpl, who decided to explore a new niche and released a paid course for those who want to improve their skills in CS. The first call for Simpl went out back in late spring, and since then, YouTube has been filled with bloggers' reactions to the case, and all sorts of dissections of how useful information Simpl offers. Today, when the passions have calmed down a bit and everyone has spoken on this burning topic, it is time to summarize the preliminary results and try to figure out what else can bring Alexander Simpl Kostelev in the meta esport CS. Hi everyone, with you Dale, you are on the channel GGDROP, and before thanks to new ideas from Simpl, our skill will skyrocket. Subscribe to the channel, put your authoritative likes, and go. See the promo code on the screen? Don't wait for a lucky chance, luck is already on your side. Enter the promo code on our website and collect top loot from GGDROP. Have fun hunting, bro! So how did it all start? Long and joyless months have been dragging on since the son of all the CS, in the person of Alexander Simpl Kostelev, went behind the horizon. And suddenly, the clouds parted for a while, and we learned that Simpl plans to explore new horizons and will be engaged in pedagogy, as he personally informed the community during the HLTV Awards 2023 in January. Bold, clickbait statements were made. Practically, a revolution in CS was promised, and of course the CS community, together with the YouTube community, began holding their breath, waiting for how Alexander Simpl will shake the world. Quite naturally, as soon as the course saw the light of day, the number of reviews and reactions to it began to go off the charts. So what is the Simpl course? Going to the site, we will see a greeting in a circle from Alexander. Here, you can customize your avatar, and in general, the design of the site, quite pleasant and usable. By registering, we can see free content for working people, as Alexander himself put it. To say it sounds arrogant? Yes, it sounds as fucking arrogant as possible. But in addition to the moral distress caused by this, it begs the question, why would so-called working people even bother to spend time learning all sorts of advanced tactics? They are in the game to rest from work. And for Simpl, like any PRO player, the game is work. I think that the working man, to whom the god of CS in the person of Simpl has condescended, it will be more pleasant to lose, but get pleasure than to study a professional course on CS instead of the game itself, and even pay for his blood money. In short, the community vibrated, and the battle between Simpl and his haters began, where the question of who would win in this epic battle came to a head. We can say that the headliner of the haters was an insider, scout, streamer, former rock musician known to many, hence, by the way, his nickname, grandson of the poet Robert Rodestvensky, as well as many other things, Alexei Overdrive Biryukov. Their conflict with Alexander Kostelev has been going on for quite a long time, and it's hardly worth sorting out who is right and who is wrong. It's rather a topic for a separate video. But as a result, Overdrive, as soon as the Simpl school opened and the first free lesson was released, bombarded the project with merciless criticism. And subsequently, a lot of Simpl's course reviewers have referenced Overdrive's post in one way or another. And here, the opinion he expressed: the first impression of Simpl lessons is a complete failure. In such projects, the first impression is the most important. You need to be able to hook the viewer from the first seconds, and not only fans, but also outside observers. But instead of something memorable and exclusive, we are told quite default arrangements about eco, anti-eco. For some reason, it is on Anubis. The theme of Echo Force rounds is broad enough that it shouldn't be tied to one map. It was possible to compile a number of theses and demonstrate them on the example of pro teams with the Maestro's comments. At some point, Simpl, scratching his ass, suddenly begins to quickly read the text from the screen. It all looks very ridiculous. Not to mention that Sasha's English is not the best pronunciation. So far, it looks like the project team tried to make everything expensive and cool, and Sasha was too lazy to bother. The result is a bright, expensive, spectacular cover with fairly secondary filler. I don't know what I need to see in the next lessons to change my mind and recommend these lessons to you. So far, it's a hack, folks. That's how, rather harshly, Overdrive took a ride on Simpl's new project. Next, the web began to fill up with reviews and memes from the community. Here's one example of Simpl's People's Publicity course.
That's the most important. That's why soon I'll have my own course. Play like Simpl. Be ready. to upgrade your skill level
That's right, I should
to the
listen to you.
next level play and next level play. La 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 la.
Agree that after seeing this, you want to immediately get in line for this product and shout, "Give me two!" Comments were divided into two camps. Some argued that Simpl says default things that are clear to everyone. Others did not understand why give such complex, almost impossible for the average player, advice. Both were right in their own way, because in Simpl's lessons, surprisingly blended basic advice for beginners and information applicable only in a team, professional game. Those who claimed that Simpl's presentation logic had twisted his leg were not far from the truth. The general feeling from the project was described in his classic manner, popular in CIS blogger millionaire, Rise. He praised the production, editing, and quality of filming, and also spoke about what he, rose from, was not completely satisfied. He was surprised that Simpl in the first lesson started talking about Echo on Anubis. Rise wondered how often Alexander himself had to play Echo, since he had been dropped by default with a Digil throughout his long career. He also noted the dismal reading from the prompter and trolled Simpl's appearance, opaquely hinting that someone eats too much. In general, in the opinion of Rise, the hype that Simpl and his team created around the project does not correspond closely to the final result. If it weren't for this prohibitive hype, there would be no questions, the blogger summarized. Other representatives of the community drew attention to the fact that Simpl runs on an empty map, does not throw flash but only talks about them. They were surprised that in the budget of such a large-scale project did not fit another person with a computer, which would show how to fly and blind flash from Simpl. If we believe Alexander's words that the project was prepared for a whole year, then in general it would be nice to play a full-fledged rink and show all the examples in real combat. But alas, Alexander found only an empty card and himself for the workers. Also, Evil Tongues trolled Sashka for not being positive enough, because if you start a conversation with the IVF round, then the first round is already lost, and this is negative, some kind of thinking. Often in the reviews, representatives of the community wondered what they are going to teach them, a man who played one rink in life on the PRO stage of CS2, which he also lost. Judging by Alexander's ebullient activity, the question, when will we see Simpl on the PRO stage again, has turned into a question. Will we see Simpl on the PRO stage again? And with you as Dale, you are on the channel GGDROP. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with all the hippest and most relevant from the world of esport. And of course, give this video a well-deserved like. I'll say goodbye for today and wish everyone a quick rise.